But here we go. Whoop, I did not mean to drag that. Resize the window a little bit. Cool. South gets to open. Oh, look at this. We get the kids again. Thor, Eric, and Nikolai. Sitting north-south for Botton. And did they have a week 2 diamonds available? I forget. Like, to me, South Sand looks like a week 2 diamonds, even vulnerable against not, but it definitely doesn't look like a week 3 diamonds. So he decides to pass. North opens a club in 3rd seat. East will be able to show the majors over this. 2 diamonds. So what do we do with South? I wonder how many clubs 1 club shows. Because if North's 1 club is natural, maybe as South we just want to show our club fit rather than trying to get our diamond suit in the picture. 2 spades by South. Looks to me like unusual over unusual, suggesting a diamond suit. 3 hearts by West, kind of just trying to take the opponents off of any game they're going to bid. He does have the heart length for it, and 3 no from North. Lots of trick-taking power in that North hand. I mean, especially if the King of Clubs is in the pocket, as it might rate to be, given the Michaels bid on his left. I mean, as West, you cannot bid again, I don't think. If you wanted to save in 4 hearts, you had to do it immediately. Yeah, this 4 heart bid is quite bad, I think. Like, it might end up being the right thing to do on the hand, but you shouldn't just like bid 3 hearts and then be like, oh no, the opponent's a bid game. How could I ever have seen that coming? So North has a decision to make. Six clubs. That worked out pretty well for North-South. I don't know if they're making 7. I think it might be a little too much work to make 7, but maybe not. I guess Declara can always rough a spade and 2 hearts in South's hand before touching trumps. Anyway, this this is such typical junior bridge. North bid 3 no trump, got no new information, and then bid 6 clubs at his next opportunity. Which is awesome. I mean, this is a very swingy hand. I think any variety of results could have realistically happened. Like, maybe an interesting question, I mean, not for this table, but for some of the other rooms, is how bad is 4 hearts doubled? Because if that goes for 800, then just collecting 800 is going to be good enough for most of the north-south pairs who don't find the club slam. Look at that. 5 clubs in the north, making 6 was the result in the other room. That feels like a really weird amount of clubs to make. Because I'm pretty sure the line of play is like pretty straightforward. It's just rough a bunch of major suit cards in the south hand. Oh, Declare is not even trying for it. He's just planning to take the club finesse, although this is a really weird line of play. Maybe this is fine. Club to the ace, if both opponents follow, you can just claim. Now you have a straight up cross ruff for 12 tricks. Club to the queen, you haven't necessarily made all 13 tricks yet, because you still have to find ways to ruff all of your hearts and spades in South's hand, but I think it should be doable. I don't understand why Declarer is refusing to ruff hearts and spades in South. Diamond to the ace, diamond ruff, fine, no harm done yet. Ace of hearts, heart ruff. Sure, yep. I guess if the diamonds split 3-3, but we know they can't, right? East has showed 5-5 in the majors and has turned up with a trump. So, like, if diamonds had split, we could ruff this, cash the club ace, ruff a heart back to dummy, cash diamonds pitching the spade, but we just can't do that. I don't know. None of it matters. Jack of hearts will get ruffed. Declarer can ruff another diamond. Ace of spades, spade ruff, and emerge with 13 tricks. I don't know how Declarer mishandled the play in the other room to only score 12. But either way, this is a huge win for Botton. Not only in terms of imps, but in terms of the border match as well. So big, what is this going to be? 13? 1390, and yeah, 13 imps going the way of Botton. They might have a chance. This is what they need. I am gonna furiously refresh the score table after every hand to see if we can get results. To know just how far back Botton is against Ireland. But that was a big board. A big first board. Still, it's just one board. On to board 32. And West really did it to himself by balancing 4 hearts over 3 now. How many tricks was 3-0 going to make? Maybe an interesting question worth looking into. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they were still going to lose the board. Although, oddly enough, if 5 clubs made 7 in the other room, maybe they would have won the board. Anyway, we'll stay focused. Board 32. West opens a diamond. East bids a heart. West bids a no trump. East should pass this. They only have a 10 count. No fit for their partner's diamonds. No source of tricks, really. East really giving this a long think. Like, I could understand inviting if we had a 5-card heart suit. I could understand inviting if we had like an 11 count, maybe. Still, it's a bit. 2 spades? By South? Uh-oh. Oh no. You can't pass that out as East. There's no way you can pass out 2 spades as East. You have to double. Oh, this is crazy. I mean, someone had to double this. I don't know who, but one of the East-West pairs. 10 of hearts lead. I wonder if this gives Declare enough time to make this, or if he still just has too much work to do. I mean, now Declare is going to be able to rough at least one heart and dummy. I think there's still probably a little bit too much work to do. Ten of hearts, East should overtake for sure. Because East knows it's got to be correct to switch to spades. Yeah, this is going to be very costly for East-West. They really needed to double the opponents, especially when they're not vulnerable. So again, another good board for Botton. They should, should with an asterisk maybe, pick up a board of match win on this one. I mean, is there any way Declare goes down 3? I just count 6 top tricks, right? 3 spades, the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, and the diamond hook is working. I don't know what East is thinking about. East is probably wondering why he forgot to double. And I mean, if East-West don't really work out what's happening, like East has to know what's going on. The 10 of hearts lead is not like high from 4 small. It's a doubleton. We know that Declare has 5 hearts. So you got to start playing trumps to prevent heart roughs. Okay. Okay. The club switch, I think, is... Yeah, so Declare ducks because he didn't have a hand reentry. But now West continues clubs, and this is going to be a disaster for the defense. Is Declare making this? Because now he can rough 2 hearts in North's hand. Heart to the ace, heart rough, club rough, heart rough. Maybe he's still... Oh my god. He now leads a diamond. I was going to say, it looks like at the end of that line of play, he gets end played into leading diamonds away from the king, but so he decides to lead diamonds up first. How has the defense not figured out to pull trumps? This is beyond comprehending. You know South has a 4-card spade suit. Like, that is a guarantee on the auction. South didn't overcall spade over heart, so they can only have 4 spades. I feel like East-West have just misunderstood something about either the way this auction has gone or something in the carding. I mean, is it good enough to switch to ace of spades spade now? I would hope so, but you're definitely in danger territory. Like, if West continues a diamond right now, I think Declare might make it. There it is, ace of spades and a spade. really nice attempt by our young friend sitting south. But he is going to come up one trick short. I actually really like the way he played it. I think most of the credit can be given to the bad defense, but yeah, I mean, he worked out that, like, he still, like, even after ducking the club and getting a club return, he still didn't have enough entries to pull off the cross ruff entirely, so he needed to lead that diamond up towards the king. I'm pretty sure. I'm not, like, 100% confident that that's accurate, but I think that's what was going on. So anyway, I mean, he escapes for down one, and if the defenders had also defended this way against two spades doubled, they still would have lost the board. But I do think it was probably a pretty big mistake from East to not double this at the end of the auction. All right, board 33. So Ireland getting off to a very slow start in this match. Still 8 boards to go, but maybe that's 8 more boards for Botton to pick up. This would be quite the come from behind victory if they manage to win off of a last round, like, close to blitz against the tournament leaders. Oh, do we have updated scores? We do. Here we go. After round 8, Ireland is at 271. Botton is in striking distance at 232, and the Crockfords are in third at 214. Now, how much does Botton... So there are 50 VPs at stake in this match. Botton is currently behind by 39, which means they need to score at least 45 out of 50 to win. Ooh, we have a pass out on board 33. Not the type of board that you need to see if you're trying to score 45 out of 50 VPs. So how can they do that? Well, currently they're kind of on pace, right? They've won both of the border matches on boards 31 and 32. We'll see if 33 is a pass out in both rooms. North had a 12 count and passed. I'm just so confused by what's going on in North's head on some of these decisions. This is not going to be pass out in the other room. South had an 11 count and third seed and passed. I mean, this is not junior bridge. Get these guys back into their training camp. Come on. They need to start bidding. They have 23 highs and just passed out anyway. Let's stay with board 34. A diamond by South. It's a 15 count. I mean, I like opening a no trump with these hands. Some players don't. Westover calls a spade, a little bit thin. 7 highs, very bad 5-card spade suit, but favorable. 2 hearts from North. 4 spades from East, no surprise there. So now South has a decision. I mean, 5 hearts is probably the right bid, but wow, what is 4 no trump? Excuse me, is that key card? There's no way we're bidding key card with South's hand. It is key card. 5 diamonds shows 1. That is a very ambitious key card decision. Like, what was his plan if partner showed 2 with the queen? Was he just going to bid 7? I mean, he could ask for kings, but like even 2 with the queen doesn't make slam safe, right? Give partner the club ace instead of the spade king on the same hand. Well, I guess in that case you only have 2 losers. Yeah, slam isn't safe, right? You have a diamond loser and a club loser. That's exactly what I was saying. Well, queen of clubs lead is going to make the defense pretty easy. That's just going to score their 3 tricks immediately. Or is it? Wait a second. Wait a second. East now has to be careful. East needs to switch to diamonds right now. Oh my. This could be a little bit dicey. If East decides to go passive, can they go passive? I don't think they can afford to go passive. Maybe you can't. Wow, they do. So Declare can now make this. 2 rounds of hearts pulling trumps, ending in North's hand, or 3 rounds of hearts pulling trumps, doesn't really matter, I guess, ending in North's hand, and then just run the 8 of clubs. I think this is coming home. Oh my. So this East-West pair, who had been leading the Butler for quite some time, has kind of made a mess of things on these first few boards. We do have a result on board 33, and this is going to be pretty important for the state of potentially winning the event overall, where there's a pass out in this room, but Hanlon and Volker in the other room. Obviously, North decided not to pass his 12 count, and South decided to invite with 2 no trump. They ended up playing it there. 3 no trump did come home. Looks like the clubs were pretty favorably positioned for Declare on that one, so that's 4 imps, but very importantly, a full 2 points worth of border match, and that's not something that de Botton can give up too many more times if they're going to pull out the 45-5 victory. I don't like the way Declare has played this so far, but he's still in a position where he can make it. I think he definitely should have pulled 3 rounds of trumps because he doesn't know the trumps are splitting, and there's no reason to preserve this King of Hearts in dummy. But yeah, he just needs to stick in the 7 of clubs. I think there's a really good reason to play the 7 of clubs, and he does find it. The reason being that East with Queen Jack 3rd of clubs would never have led the Queen of clubs when they have a 10-card spade fit. He would just let his partner spade suit. Like, the Queen Jack 3rd is such a terrible holding to lead from. You frequently give away a trick. So, yeah, Queen Jack 9 4th I think is much clearer. Some pretty big misses from East-West so far in this set, and that has definitely cost them. But okay, we're on to board 35. We'll keep our eyes peeled on 34 for results in the other room. But I do suspect that de Botton will be winning the border match, at least on that one. South opens a no trump. 15 count. I imagine North will bid Puppet Stamen if they have it available, looking for a 5-3 spade fit. there it is, 3 clubs. 3 diamonds, probably denying a 5-card major, is pretty popular. And now North will bid 3 now. And you can kind of go through this and realize that South hasn't really denied very much other than a 5-card major. So most of the time on auctions that are like 1 no, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no, the opponents will just lead their major suit. But here it's a little bit more risky for West to lead a spade, for example, because South could have 4 spades. So West has to choose between a spade and a diamond, probably. I don't like a heart. I think a club could be like some sort of like swingy decision for an opening lead, but West does go with the spade, which is going to work out quite well for them. How many tricks is Declare going to take? They have 4 clubs. 2 spades. Some number of diamonds and some number of hearts. It looks to me as if the defense is going to score a club, 2 spades, and a diamond at the very least. So the real question will probably be if Declare can get to all of his tricks in time. Because he has available to him 4 clubs, 2 spades, 3 diamonds, a heart, but he just can't possibly take that many tricks. The defense is too fast with setting up the spade suit. All right, East returns the 5 of spades. So Declare now should know spades are 4-4. I mean, regardless of anything, Declare is just going to have to take the diamond finesse when he gets in. So I'm curious if West will duck the Jack of Diamonds or not. When Declare takes the hook. Nope. Just wins the king, cashes the Jack of Spades, and Declare can now claim the rest. So 3-no trump made. I think if East-West didn't lead spades, Declare could have taken an extra trick. Board 34, we do have a result. So 5 hearts making in this room, obviously really strong result for Botton. Their teammates in the other room decided to save in 4 spades over 4 hearts. Well, 4 hearts was probably going to make, I assume. Declare can, take whatever the percentage play is in clubs and come up with a club trick, losing just a diamond and 2 clubs. So good save by East-West. Obviously, Ireland could have done quite nicely in this room if they had defeated 5 hearts, but they were not up to the task. Five boards to play. West opens 3 hearts in first seat. North will pass. And South is going to reopen with double. I assume that just ends the auction. North having 2 natural trump tricks. Probably sits for this. I suppose you could bid 3 no if you don't think you're getting enough against 3 hearts doubled, which is also reasonable. It's definitely more of a tricky spot at this border match form of scoring than it would be at imps. Like at imps, it's probably sensible to just pass out 3 hearts doubled and take like plus 500 or whatever it is that you're going to score. Looks like it's only down 1 actually, now that I'm staring at this. So maybe it was a very important decision to bid 3 now, which just has 9 top tricks. 5 clubs, 2 hearts, and the ace king of spades. The concern really is that even though you have 9 tricks and no trump, the opponents might be able to take 5 quickly. But that's not the case here when the diamonds are splitting. So Declare might try and fool around a little bit, running the clubs, but he's going to need to cash the heart king when he gets over to his hand. Otherwise, it could get stranded. So I have to imagine that he's just going to end up with the 9 that he started with. West being able to hold on to a bunch of winning hearts as well as the diamond ace is going to make Declare's life a little bit too difficult. There will never be a throw-in against East. West can just keep pitching hearts. No reason to try anything too fancy. I mean, pitching a spade would be really bad as West. Yep, just continues pitching hearts. And now probably the 5 of clubs, I don't know. We do have a result on 35, 3 no trump making 3 in both rooms, so it looks like they found the spade lead in the other room as well. No, they found a heart lead. Oh, but this is probably also good enough. Then East-West can score a heart trick and then either switch to spades or continue attacking hearts. I don't understand that play of a spade to the ace from Declare, but again, very little matters with the way the cards lie. Because now for Declare to cash out, he's just going to have to dump the king of spades as well. And then East will know that he can safely pitch a spade from his queen fourth, or his original holding of queen fourth. All right, king of hearts. Spade to the king. And after the 7 of clubs, West can claim. Pitching that queen of diamonds and all of his hearts are good. So probably a flat board, although we would definitely be a little bit happier as north-south, given that we bid to par on this one. I mean, east-west could actually save in 4 hearts, now that I'm thinking about it. They lose 2 spades, 2 hearts, and a club. I don't think it's all that realistic. You know, neither one of them has a great trump suit. They don't have a large trump fit. The magic of the hand is basically the small singleton club opposite 3 dead. So probably another push. But with the push on board 35, Ireland has now clinched 3 VPs, at least in the match. But we do have another, looks like, very swingy hand. We'll have to see how this works out. I think it is possible that a large number of imps could be exchanged on this one. East-West have most of the values, but the hands do not fit very well. And North-South have kind of a nice heart fit. All right, 2 clubs by East, precision style. 6 or more clubs and a minimum opening hand. South comes in with 2 hearts. And West, I think West can make a negative double if they want. I don't know if they should. They have a 7-card diamond suit, but maybe they should go fishing for a 4-4 spade fit first. You know, a real question is, what should North do? Like, let's say West does make a negative double. North has 4-card heart support, as well as a singleton, but Jack-4 of clubs doesn't look great. You're vulnerable against Knot. So I think maybe North can just be quiet and pass and expect that on a bad day they miss 4 hearts, but they might not even have gotten there. Well, there's the negative double. North does decide to bid 3 hearts. West has another decision to make. It's not easy on West here. I believe 3 spades would be kind of like the negative free bid type hand. You have a lot of spades, but not good enough to bid 2 spades directly. I'm not convinced on that one. I think it's very possible that 3 spades here should just be like artificial. Since you've already failed to find a 4-4 spade fit. But if West reopens with double again, I'm not exactly sure what East would do. How bad is 3 hearts doubled? Maybe we can ask that question. There's 2 spades, 2 clubs, and a diamond to lose, so it's only down 1. But plus 200 might be a sensible result. Okay, board 36. We do have the result in from the other room. Another push board. So Ireland has locked up 4 VPs in this match. And remember, de Botton needs to win 45-5 or better to clinch for... So, I mean, East-West have gone plus, which is probably good news for them. Why did West think it was a good idea to pass this out? Is this the second time this has happened? Yeah, board 32 as well. East-West also just like passed the opponents out in a ridiculous contract. That... I wonder if there's some sort of like game plan that they came in with, right? Because East-West for Ireland they knew what they needed to do. They needed to score at least 6 VPs out of 50 possible. So maybe their thought process is like, if we don't double them, we can't lose the match by enough to not get first. Interesting idea. That's my guess as to what's going on right now. So the ace of spades takes trick 1. I mean, surely the king of spades takes trick 2. Maybe? Maybe not. Nope. Spade to ace queen for a club through. So king of clubs will get ducked. Actually, maybe this is down 2. Yeah, East-West could have doubled this and collected 500, I mean, on this defense, right? Ace of spades, spade to the queen, king of clubs ducked, club ruff, diamond to the ace, club ruff. They just take the first 6 tricks. Yeah, this is kind of insane. But it is very important for East-West to find the right defense here. I mean, certainly East continues the king of clubs. What?! You know your partner is voiding clubs, though. Ace of spades, spade to the queen, and East thought it was a good idea to pull trumps? No. Wait, why is Declare giving them another up? I mean, it doesn't matter. Now there's only one rough coming. But what was that? Oh no. So, good news for us spectators. Botton is still in it. They could still win. Ireland has clinched 4 border match imps, or border match VPs, but as long as Declare plays low on this trick, he's going to escape for down 1. And he does. He finds the right play. Now there's only one rough coming. And I mean, East will probably not even bother. He knows he has a club trick coming. So this will be minus 100. But the other room, East-West got to 4 diamonds. How'd they get there? East opened a club. South came in 1 heart. Negative double by West, kind of similar. 3 hearts by North. So basically we had like almost the exact same auction. Pass, pass. West decided to balance with 4 diamonds. I understand West is in a bit of a tight spot there, so 4 diamonds, pretty reasonable. If you could get to defend 3 hearts doubled, you would be a lot happier on the East-West cards. Kind of one of those reasons why I was kind of advocating for North maybe not to stick in a call in this room. But it's tough, you know, sometimes these preempts work and get the opponents to the wrong spot. Well, Botton picking up just 1 imp, but the full border match point is going to be very important for them. I think they are going to need to win the match by a significant margin, though, so they're probably going to have to pick up quite a few imps on these back 3 boards. Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, they're going to have to win the match by at least 39 to win the event. So currently they're up 20. They need to pick up 19 imps on 3 boards. This does not look like the board to pick up those imps, though. This looks like a very routine 3 no trump or 4 spades from north-south. And I mean, there might be a question of over tricks, so the board of match points will come into play here, but it looks like Declare is going to make it, so not a lot of imps being swung. Interesting convention going on north-south here. I don't know exactly what these bids are showing. Wait, what? Let's try again. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts. Okay, yeah, so it looks like this is some sort of cokish relay where South is going to show 18 to 19, or maybe 17 to 19. Obviously a bit of a weak point in the system where you get to 2 no trump on this type of hand. But North able to break the relay to show a game force and presumably a spade suit. 4-0 from North, expecting his partner has a real hand. Little does he know he's playing with a junior. So 4-0 trump ends the auction. Is this ever going to cause problems? I don't think so. It looks like Declare has plenty of tricks. I mean, West has to find an opening lead for one thing. I guess a diamond is safest. Probably. I mean, maybe a spade is safest. I imagine 3 hearts was a transfer to spades. And 3-0 denied 3-card spade support. I mean, North's being a little aggressive with just 12 and no real distribution, only a 5-card spade suit. Going searching for a slam. Opposite South's range, but somewhat reasonable. So diamond goes around to Declare's king, who's just going to take a spade finesse immediately. That's likely to lose. And now East has to decide what to switch to. I mean, a club seems like probably the most attractive switch. You could play diamonds back. Other table also reached 4-0, and they took 10 tricks. I think that's what it's going to be at this table as well. King of Hearts and Ace of Clubs to come. All right, East passively just returns a diamond, so I bet we'll see Declare win the queen, try the heart finesse. You know, on a good day, the defense doesn't cash the Ace of Clubs then, and Declare might be able to pick up 11 tricks with the hearts coming home. Yeah, so Queen of Hearts runs around to the king, and now I think it's very important for West to either play back a spade or cash the club ace. The Ace of Clubs is a pretty difficult play to find, but you can probably work it out. Playing back a spade is a little bit easier to find as West. It cuts communication, which West knows, and therefore Declare is going to have to run all the spades himself. And he'll have to do that before testing the hearts, which is the most important thing. So it's going to be very unsafe for Declare to run the spades, pitching all of his clubs, and then bank on the heart suit coming home. But he might do it. I mean, he could also go down 4 or something from there if he then plays a heart to the 8, hooking east for the 10. I don't think that'll happen. But we'll have to see. I mean, West has a good count on the high cards. So if he believes Declare for the opening, oh, this diamond is not it. This is not the play. Although, you know, I say this, but Declare still is in this, like, bind where if he cashes the ace-jack of hearts and the 10 doesn't fall, then, yeah, okay. So he decides to cash a couple spades first. He can safely pitch 1 club. West is going to show out. And now he does have a decision to make on the next spade. It's completely safe to pitch 2 hearts, play a club to the king, and take your 10 tricks. But the defense have given you this opportunity. Where you might be able to score 11. This is a pretty big decision. And, you know, coming into the match, obviously Botton, so north-south here, knew what was at stake. I think match consideration here, you probably should play for 11 tricks. Yeah, he is in 4, and he's risking his contract by playing for the over trick, but they need a massive win in terms of both imps and board a match to take first place. He's not down if he plays a club. He's going to make 11. There it is. He's pitched the club. This is exciting. We have kept the match alive. So this is going to be a 1-imp pickup, but also, oh my God. I'm sorry. I didn't realize what you were saying. West has a diamond. West has set up a long diamond. Aha. So Declare actually needed to pitch these. Not necessarily. East could have had the club ace, right? In which case, West doesn't have an entry to the long diamond. But yeah, this has kind of made Declare's life a little bit easier. Thank you for pointing out that I'm losing it. Heart to the percentage is definitely the ace, and West has showed out in spades on the 3rd round, so I think West is likely to have longer hearts. I mean, it almost looks as if West is down to the singleton ace of clubs, the 9 of diamonds, and 2 hearts remaining. Last hurdle to overcome. He did it! 460, and the match is still on. Although, again, Botton needed to pick up 19 imps in those 3 boards, at least, to win the match, or to win the event overall. So they still have 18 more imps that they need to score on these last 2 hands. As well as win both of them from a board match perspective. Like, if they win by 20 on one board and then they push the final board, Ireland actually wins. So 2 boards to play, and this is getting close. We do have what looks like might be some swing potential. on this one. South opens a heart. West decides to overcall 3 clubs instead of maybe 2 clubs. 4 hearts by North. Big decision from East. I mean, you could double, which I think is very reasonable. You expect your partner to lead spades or diamonds, maybe, and then you can put a club through, maybe get a club ruff. East just passes. I think that's... I just have the feeling that a lot of these players don't play board a match or aren't familiar with board a match. But maybe a bigger concern is that East-West have real potential to make 4 spades on their hands. Like, on the surface, there's only 2 diamonds and a spade to lose. There's a little bit of work for Declarer to do, but I think 4 spades is a possibly making spot. So this could be a big pickup that Botton needs. It is possible that they might get there. 2 rounds of clubs cash. East will eventually take their 2 aces, and this will be 1 down. Now, again, it's also possible that the auction goes the same way in the other room. I think East should probably double. You really just need partner to have the club ace for double to work out. But we'll see. So on to the last board in this room. And it is coming down to the wire. This might not be the board that Botton needs. 2 passes around to East, who gets to open a no trump in 3rd seat. West will transfer to spades and pass the hand out. I mean, unless North either... Well, there's no way North is going to open this hand, right? North passed a 12 count earlier on board 33. So North just really doesn't like 4-3-3 shape. It would be really sad if that board where North passed out the 12 count is the reason why they don't win. Because I think they massively outplayed the East-West pair from Ireland at this table. But here we go. 2 passes. East just has a no trump opener. Are they playing an unusual system, East-West? I forgot. I'm looking back. Oh, they're playing precision. Okay, so East opens a club. That is going to allow North-South into the auction. So South overcalls 2 clubs, natural. West probably has to pass. Most of the time, double shows like 5 to 7 high card points, so West is a little bit late. 3 clubs by North, pass, pass. And will we see West pass this out again? East-West have not been very aggressive in competing for some of these part scores. I do have the feeling, though, that this is going to fall a little bit short. No matter what happens on board 39, these do not look like a combined 18 imps going the way of Botton. But we'll see. So East-West once again miss out on a sizable penalty against 3 clubs. They're going to end up scoring 6 tricks on defense here. 2 hearts, 2 spades, 2 diamonds. Maybe there's a chance they can beat it a 3rd trick as well. Like, East will definitely cash the heart ace here to find out if his partner's led from a singleton or doubleton. No, I think there's no way East doesn't play one of the high diamonds pretty early. I was thinking, like, best defense might be ace of hearts, spade to the ace, spade to the king, heart, declare ruffs high, but now if declare pulls trumps, he's not in time to knock out the ace king of diamonds. And if declare doesn't pull trumps, then West has pitched a diamond on the third heart, and we'll get a diamond ruff. So I think down 3 is very much in the picture, but it requires East to not have played one of their top diamonds. So yeah, you know, like, again, these whole, people will say, these part score hands, like, you shouldn't double them. It never really gains you a ton of imps. Like, 500 was available on this hand for East-West, and they just passed it out. So now the king of spades, the jack's going to fall, and then a third round of hearts. No! No! But completely understandable. I mean, yeah, very understandable to cash a high diamond. There's the diamond ace. But now on the third heart, South can just ruff high. Or East doesn't even play a third heart. I don't know why you wouldn't play a third heart. West was asking you to play a third heart. Okay, there we go. But declare can ruff high, pull trumps. I don't really know why he blocked the diamond suit, but looks like it doesn't matter. So that will be down to minus 100, and definitely a strong result for North-South on this hand. Let's head over to the other room, find out where we are at. Ooh, okay, okay. Well, this is important. I mean, what's happening now is very important. East is in 4 spades, and it looks like they've made it. Now they play a club. I mean, declare might take a club finesse, which is a little scary. But if they just go ace king of clubs, the queen drops. They can play 3 rounds of clubs and pitch 2 losers from their hand. South gets to ruff in and cash a couple diamonds, but that's 10 tricks. Well done. It does seem like they're going to fall a little bit short, though. This was really, really close, coming down to the wire. Let me figure out what they actually need so that we can be aware as the play continues. So 11 imps. I wish that would come through on the scoreboard here. Looks like VuGraph is having a little bit of trouble. But that is currently they're leading by 32. They need to earn 7 imps on this final board. So that would be East-West. If they can score... Okay, what's the imp scale? They have the imp scale. 270 to 310. So they need to score at least 370 points, East-West. That's basically a game. BZL says maybe they'll make 4 spades. Oh my god! 4 spades makes! Imagine if East-West bid 4 spades. There's no way, right? They're just going to land in 2 spades. I'm not certain that it makes. It looks like it does, but maybe the defense can lead 3 rounds of trumps to prevent a club ruff. Although then maybe the heart's set up. Yeah, maybe 4 spades is just always cold. There's no way they get there. The no trump opener opposite a 4 count, no shot. So they're going to come up a little bit short. Wow, that has to be so disappointing. The youngins, I actually don't know. So is Nikolai's partner also a young kid? Let me look this guy up. No, not a young kid. Not an old kid either. In fact, just not a kid at all. All right, 2 hearts by West. North sensibly not doubling this. 2 spades by East, all pass. They were so close. They went on the miracle run at the very end. So despite the best efforts of Ireland, they were not able to tank enough VPs to lose their clutches on the trophy. But de Botton put on a powerful showing, so they will end up finishing second. I mean, how close was it? So this is going to be another 2 imps. And obviously all of the border match points. 32, 34. It's a 1. They lost by 1. That's amazing. Assuming all the scores stand. But wow, that's crazy. So Ireland loses this match 44-6. But they win the event overall with a final score of 277, and de Botton ends with 276. What an intense final round. It all started out with that very first hand. The kids, you know, it didn't have to be a 13 imp swing. They could have just let North play in 3 no trump. But in typical junior fashion, the opponent's balance against you, and then you jump to slam. My oh my. All right, East is in 2 spades. That's what you get for passing. I know, right? So it did matter. It totally did matter. North passed out a 12 count on board 33. Thor Eric. He needs to take some lessons from his... I mean, to be fair, South Cove opened in 3rd seed as well. And I definitely would have. But, you know, really, I think some of the fault on this hand lies with North. Deciding not to open the 12. Could have ended up in the same contract as the other room. So it would have been a push board. That would have been the 1 VP of difference. All right, Declarer gets to rough the 3rd club. Is going to be pleasantly surprised to see all of the trumps fall. Spade to the ace, 10 of spades pulling the last trump. I guess he's actually making 5 here. Not that it really affects the result. It will be 1 extra imp, but no VPs, or no more VPs. Heart to the queen, ace of hearts, heart rough, diamond to the ace, heart rough, and the fifth heart has been set up. I want to say well done to Ireland for winning the event, but this has been such a terribly played last set that no. But I mean, really, we saw them earlier, and they were on top of their game for the most part. So despite a little bit of a rocky finish, they do get the job done, even if it's only by one. The scoreboard matters. It's still counted as a win. So congrats to Ireland. Very well played by Botton, though, in the final round to make things close and interesting. They just weren't quite able to pull it together.